Hey everyone, thanks very much for joining me on today's live stream. We're going to be looking at the various charts. Again, apologies for the lateness of the stream. I was stuck in the hospital for quite a few hours, unfortunately. However, I am obviously ready now. It is officially ended. Apologies for the noise in the background. It will go away shortly. So I just want to thank all of those watching this video now. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate your support on the channel. We're going to be looking at the usual silver, gold, platinum and palladium. We'll also be taking a look at the crypto markets as well, so that'll be Bitcoin and Litecoin. I've also got 4 interesting articles for us to have a look at as well. So that'll be, if we have a look at the first article that we have here, one's about platinum. So it is platinum's platinum target to witness astonishing growth by 2025. And then we've also got the Palladium. It says Palladium primed for record highs as oversupply batters platinum. So we're also going to be taking a look at that one too. The next one to look at as well is July gold bullion sales at 12-year low as market rallies. So we're also going to take a look at that one too. And then we've also got this one here. It says perfect environment seen keeping gold above $1,400 an ounce in 2020. So guys, I believe I've got 2 in there. So we got Jody Rhodes. Hey, how are you doing? We got Silver Junkie. Sorry guys, I literally, if you just missed that intro, I got stuck in the hospital there for over, I think we were there probably 5 hours or something like that, and completely unnecessarily. So again, it's just everything sort of rolled into. Also, I needed to get some stuff, and unfortunately, it was closed by the time. So I then tried to get OBS working when I came back. Unfortunately, OBS isn't working. So well, I know OBS is working, but I can't seem to get it working with YouTube. So I've got this set up. I think it doesn't look bad. Anyway, Stacks and stuff. How you doing? Jody says, hope all is well. Yeah, everything's fine. How are we doing? Well, we're not doing too badly. Hope you guys can all see the screen okay. I'm shooting this from my camera currently at the minute, so my laptop's all set up. It looks very similar. I don't know if the lighting is okay. Just let me know, guys, in the chat. But Palladium broke 1400 yesterday, guys. Can you actually believe that? I mean, I was absolutely astonished. I know I said yesterday when we were looking at Palladium, I was like, well, it looks like it's on a bit of a recovery, but that recovery was short-lived because it went all the way down to 1380. And as I was saying there on the daily, I did say to you guys that we might see a pullback down to this 200-day moving average, which to me seemed unlikely. I thought 1360 seemed unlikely considering where it had come from. However, we weren't that far away. We pulled down as low as 1383, and guys, if anyone bought Palladium at $1,380, I think you did extremely well there. Already it's up $20. We're going to look at Palladium supply. I've got a nice article for us to have a look at. Where is it now? Palladium. I think it's, no, sorry. This one here. Palladium prime for record highs as oversupply batters platinum. So we're also going to take a look at that. And I did an article on platinum some time ago as well. I wouldn't say some time ago. It was beginning of the week in regards to, funny enough, talking about supply. So I thought that was interesting because they're saying the supply isn't that much in comparison. So yeah, sorry guys, I tend to use my laptop for obviously live streaming with Hangouts. So unfortunately, I have to scroll through my phone now to see everyone's comments. But I do appreciate you all, just in case I miss something. In case I miss something, guys, just repost it again and again until I get to it. So because unfortunately, I've got to literally move everything by hand here. I'm buying some. Metal Bump says I'm buying some emerging markets today. Very nice. It's okay. So you're diversifying a little there. Jody Rhodes says, "Hey Stacks." Silver Pharaoh is here as well. Fantastic. Hey Silver Pharaoh, how are you doing? And let's just have a look. Silver Junkie still wishing for 1350. So guys, yeah, Palladium. I think it's a fantastic opportunity considering that we were as high as 1600 there. Look at that. If anyone had bought Palladium while it was on its high, you'd seriously be taken to the cleaners. We went up as high as 1604 for Palladium, and we're currently trading at 1400. I think that is it. I mean, if there's a buy bell out there, I'd say there's a possibility if anyone had this sort of cash, it's basically the same price as gold currently. Well, I think gold's more expensive now than palladium. So to think palladium was higher in price in regards to gold, and now it's the other way around. So Middlebum says China, Vietnam, Brazil. I think long term they have growth. Emerging markets have long term potential. 1 to 20 year hold. Not a bad idea. Johnny Rose said, when do you think platinum will bottom out? 6 to 10 months. Well, I don't think in regards to. Sorry, we're going to go and check the platinum price now. Although we are currently in a downtrend at the minute, but let's take a look and see how these trend lines are going to work out. So, okay, there's our previous high. So we're going to go from high to high. So that is currently our existing high here for platinum. We're then going to go and look at a low here, which unfortunately the low is somewhere around here. It's one of these two here. So let's see how that configures. Well, there we go. We're actually having, looks like we're having a breakdown. Or currently that candle is, it's a 1 hour. We're currently on the 1 hour for platinum currently at the minute. So we've got this candle here. There's still 23 minutes left. It seems to be touching support, so we could well see support. We're going to have to wait and see how this candle works out. But currently, that's our ascending support line if that candle holds. So we're going to have to wait and see the next 20 odd minutes to see if that is the case. So we'll have to find out. In regards to the bottom there, I know you said in regards to the bottom of platinum, we haven't had much of a drop, to be honest, considering gold. So if we go to the daily here, excuse me. There we go. We sort of come back into this ascending wedge now. So we did have a breakout initially. However, we're now back into this ascending zone. So this isn't bad. We just need to consolidate a bit and then push on up higher if possible. So we'll have to keep an eye on that one. In regards to the bottom, I think we pretty much had it over here. I mean, it hasn't gone much lower than 790. I doubt it's going to go any lower, to be honest. I mean, currently that was 790. When was this? That was 17th of June. So again, not that far away. 31st of May, it was at that price. You've had a double bottom, which generally means it's a bullish move if there's a double bottom. So we've bottomed out here and we bottomed out there straight away. Green candle going up. So again, I doubt we're going to see a lower price for platinum, guys. So if anyone's thinking, I know Health Babe, if she was here, I don't know if Health Babe is in, but she's definitely praying for lower platinum prices, but I really don't see it. Right, Stephen Heath is here. He says, hey, Stacks and Stuff, S&P here as well. Jody Rhodes says, it's silver or platinum for me. Like it. Looking at 5 to 10 years, I still think there's room to drop due to less industrial demand. Well, we're going to take a look at that because I've got two articles here in regards to platinum and one for palladium. However, according to sources, they say platinum is going to be seeing astonishing growth by pretty much over the next 6 years. So if anyone's looking long-term wise, it could be, but again, do your own research if you think it's viable. So I don't know what your portfolios are like. So, be comfortable with what you want to get into. I know personally from myself, I want to get into platinum. I just need to try and buy some platinum because I see the growth there. Palladium as well. I think palladium's a good metal to be in as well. Also good industrial demand. And when it's literally with these low prices, I don't think you can really go wrong. There was a low here of, when was that? 1293. That was back in May, 9th of May. There was the low. I think that was pretty much the bottom for the market for palladium. And then we've got our support level here, which is holding. This is the 200 EMA. We haven't hit that yet, which is great. So if there is going to be any movement down, it's not going to be much. Diesel is what platinum is used for. So is palladium as well. Palladium is also used in diesel engines. The good thing about platinum is it can substitute palladium in regards to diesel engines. That's the reason why they were saying there why they foresee platinum. While I mean, if you think about it, the price of platinum at the minute is 846. So if it gets used instead of palladium, then I mean, look at the room that we can move to here. Okay, so you got platinum at currently, let's call it 846, and palladium here is at 1400. Then essentially, if platinum can be used 1-to-1 for palladium, then literally it can easily move up to its current level of palladium at 1400. But again, do your own research. But that's at least my thinking on it. Let's take a look here. Okay, let's okay, so we got platinum. Okay, gold. Let's take a look at gold on Reddit. Let's check out platinum videos, guys. Yeah, Metal Bum's done a couple of platinum videos there. That's a good call. I like feedback too, because I'm not an expert, but I like to buy when sentiment is low. Buy the lows. Buy the lows. I always say it. Buy the dips. Fear in platinum markets. Ben Frank OG's here. That's excellent. How you doing there, Ben Frank? He says Fort Knox has tons and tons of gold plated tungstens. They're saying electric cars increasingly increasing and gasoline engines. I thought palladium was for gas and platinum was for diesel for most of the part, I had thought. So, well, it's essentially, yes, catalytic converters have been used for platinum. But in the same in regards to diesel engines as well, diesel engines tend to use palladium, but it has similar properties to platinum. So they're saying that they could essentially use platinum instead of palladium in diesel engines. And obviously platinum's cheaper at the minute, but that might all change in due course. Johnny Rhodes says bullion by post have hardly no platinum coins, which is for me a buy signal. There you go. Yeah, I can't seem to get a hold of any platinum. Like literally, it's seriously expensive. Even CoinInvest has got a limited amount of platinum. Donald from New Mexico, he's saying hello there. Hey, how you doing? Metal Bum says if palladium dumps, I'll buy some. Well, it's just taking a $200 dump currently. It's up to you to whether you think that's a good buy. But now, if you look at palladium coins now, they're $200 cheaper than they were. Hey, Donald. Ben Frank's just saying hello to everyone there. Hey, Ben Frank. Hope you guys are all well. Well, let's take a look here. Sorry, apologies for all the noise in the background here. Okay, let's look at gold here quick now. Okay, so we've still got a nice visible uptrend. Yes, we've obviously had a bit of a bump in the road. It's still not looking too bad though. Okay, so we've had our there's a low there, 1400. So we know for certain that 1400 is the bottom for gold currently in this market, based on where we are. We've had a couple of breakdowns. It's broken its 20-day moving average. It's touched the 30-day moving average currently, which looks like support. So we've got a wick here that's touched it, and of course prices have sprung back up. So it certainly looks like the 30-day moving average there is holding as support currently, which is great. So that means that's 1430. So as the price goes up, obviously the EMA will continually steadily increase, which is pretty much what we want. Let's take another look here. Well, we seem to be hitting some major resistance here. There we go. That's the 1448, 1449 level. Look at that. It's like tabletop over here. Same on that side too. Okay, so we've literally it's got to either consolidate or it's going to attempt again to try and attack. So obviously on this candle here, it tried to attempt to break out, but it couldn't do that, and it's retreated back down again to build up momentum. So again, what's that? $1,442. Let's have a look and see what sort of trajectory we're going to be in here. Yeah, so that's our resistance level, and then we're going to look at our ascending support level, and that's from bottom to bottom. Okay, so we might just see a breakout. We're either going to see a breakout or a breakdown within this wedge here. So again, it's going to be we should know pretty much by today which way it's going to go. It's either going to go down or it's going to go up. So again, it's really got to break this resistance level in order to push up higher. So currently, it's a bit mixed at the minute, but we've just had a fall here. So hopefully it's either going to push back up, get the buyers back in to push those prices up. Otherwise, if it doesn't, then we're going to have a breakdown, and then we're going to have to, it might retreat back down to this 30-day moving average here, which is what, 1435. So we might see a pullback to around 1435 before we end up having to steadily increase again. Right, we've currently got 11 in the live stream, so guys, thanks very much for that. I hope you don't mind the setup at the minute. I hope the setup looks okay. Unfortunately, I couldn't get Hangouts has ended. Obviously, yesterday was the last day for Hangouts. I tried to set up OBS, but it's just too complicated to set up in such a short space of time. So I'm going to try and work on it over the weekend. But otherwise, this setup seems to be working just fine. Okay, so we're going to keep an eye on that, so we'll know shortly in that. In regards to silver, silver had quite a nice run pretty much the last couple of hours, even though it dropped as low as GSIP touched that just below 16 again. However, it looks like, to me, that 16 level is pretty good support because we've obviously bounced up off that again. So let's check the daily and see exactly where our 200-day moving average is. And there we go. That's our 20-day moving average there. It certainly is pretty strong support. You can see it broke through there, but it's pulled back up. Again, that last candle there, that was yesterday. For today as well, it's touched it and it's gone back up again. So we're still looking pretty good. We're sort of over our moving averages here. So that's probably pretty good that we're having some pullbacks here, considering where our moving averages are. However, it's still looking pretty good where we are. We've hit that 20-day moving average. We're pretty steady at the minute, so we're going to go back to the hourly. Sorry, just again, if anyone has any, if anyone wants to put any comments in for me, then obviously I can have a look at it again. Metal Bum says, what do you think that we can test 1350 or lower in the next 1 to 6 months for gold spot? Gold is looking really too strong at the minute to consider anything below $1,400. Again, personally, I think that 1400 mark is solid support. We've got 1398 between 1400. That support carried from the last time we had an issue, and again we have pretty good support levels here. I mean, look at this. We've got a support here for this one here. That is the 30-day moving average, and again we've got support here on the 20-day moving average as well. So it looks pretty strong to me. Something really bad is going to happen in the market in order to cause the price of gold to crash down back down to 1360. I mean, we had that pretty heavy fall the last couple of days. However, it has maintained the $1,400 level. Homebrew, how you doing, man? Good to see you. Sorry, guys. Just in case you see the screens sort of bobbing around a little, I'm just trying to keep everything a bit steady here. I'm also trying to read the comments as well, so you guys don't feel left out. Jody Rhodes says, spoke to a dealer and some moron sold £1 million worth last month. Well, £1 million worth of what? I agree that most likely, Limey. Absolutely. Well, thanks for that. Silver Stealer, just have a little time, Limey, and I hit the like button on the way in because I know it will be good. Thanks, man. It's awesome. Okay, we've got 6 likes. We've got 8 watching. There's 6 likes there, guys, so 2 people aren't liking. Right, so let's go back. Okay, let's check silver out quickly because I want to check where we're going to see silver. Okay, let's take the previous high. So again, high to high. There we go. And then we're going to do our lows. Okay, again, this is on the 1 hour. Okay, yeah, again, that's pretty... I'll tell you what, let's work on this one here. That is low to low. That would make a lot more sense. Okay, so there's our wedge. We've got lots of work to do for silver currently. That is our wedge screen. It's pretty big. Right, there we go. That's our ascending wedge screen. We're still looking, it's not looking too bad. We've got some selling here at the minute, but we're more on the top end of the scale. You can see there we came obviously pretty close in regards to breaking up higher. However, we sort of had a breakdown. We've gone below our moving averages here, which is unfortunate. And then we had a good bounce back off the ascending support line here. And then, which was, what was that? $16. There you go. And then straight up again here, we hit consistent buying, took us all the way up to 16.31, and then we're back down now to 16.21. So not too bad. Again, we're just going to keep an eye on it. It's still got a long way to go. We'll probably trade in this sideways here, the sort of banging around movements until we either break up or break down. Again, sentiment, don't forget, for precious metals, sentiment can change pretty quickly depending on what news is out there. So just keep that as an open mind, because as much as, you know, it tends to be whenever something goes up, it comes down, it goes up and comes down and goes up. So that is majority of the time that where we can work out charts is that whatever goes up, it's either going to keep going up or it's going to go down and then go up and then down. And it's going to stay between these lines because you've got ascending support line across the bottom here. And there's your descending resistance line. So it's either going to break through the resistance or it's just going to trade in between here until there's enough buying momentum or selling momentum to either dump it or increase it. So guys, don't forget about that. I'm lurking, says Stephen Heath, as I'm seething mad about a certain person spreading lies about metals mafia, so I'm having a stiff drink to calm my nerves. Jeez, that sounds terrible. Sorry to hear about it. Metal Bum, oh yeah, I forgot to smash those likes. There we go. I can see the like buttons ticking up now. Thanks very much for that. Sentiment is so important in metals, especially gold. Yes, Limey. This is Limey. Thank you. Number 11, that is Donald from New Mexico. Late stream today. Thought you were taking a break. Now, it was... I've probably said this like 3 or 4 times already, sucker for silver, so forgive me for laughing, but yeah, I was delayed in the hospital for something crazy today. Like, my wife was in for treatment, and we were stuck there probably for about 5 hours, and completely unnecessarily. They had a file in the wrong place, apparently, even though they sort of knew we were there. But everyone was being helped before, and I was wondering what the heck was going on. It was driving me mad because, you know, I felt really upset for my wife because, I mean, we'd been there. The sort of people know we were there. We spoke to the guy. He said, yeah. And then my wife went to go and check again. But instead of actually going there and double checking everything, they just said, oh, yeah, you're in the queue. But my wife's paperwork wasn't in the flipping queue line with everybody else. So the guy just presumed that. And unfortunately, we just end up wasting another couple of hours there sitting there until I started to get really antsy and a bit upset. And I said to Meg, so this is ridiculous. I said, it's nearly 4 o'clock now. We've been here since 11. And I think it was 3:30 at the time. And then she went and actually, you know, approached someone and was like, you know, what's going on? We're waiting here till 11. And it turns out the file was misplaced or something like that. They had stuff there. And it was just, I was just like shaking my head. I was flipping so upset. And of course, you know, I had to try and get back as well because I had things to do myself, and we just spent like half the day sitting around a flipping hospital. But yeah, so that was my day. And of course, when I got back here, I had to try and, because Hangouts isn't available anymore. I then tried to get OBS working, and it just didn't seem to work properly. So I was like, okay, now sod it. Well, I'll just set the camera up, and here we are today. Yeah, Ben Frank. Oh yeah, hope wife is okay. Yeah, my wife's okay. She's just got long-term treatments, unfortunately, for her ailments. So that's the only issue we're just dealing with right now. So we'll see how we get on with it. Anyway, that's my story for the day. Silver Stealer. Yeah, so otherwise, hence why I'm actually late streaming. Okay, let's move on now. So let's get into some articles here. So this is Platinum. Platinum target markets to witness astonishing growth by 2025. It says Leska, Sam, Nektak, ZNAC, Beijing, Guanli, Leader, Optical, and Electronic. Was it Electronic? So yeah, stats and reports have added a new global platinum target market study that scrutinizes current scenarios for future market sizes. market share, demand, growth trends, and forecasts. This report first introduced on the basics of the platinum target market. Obviously goes into a few things here. It says raw material cost structure, raw materials, and so on. We then analysed the key global market, including product prices, profits, capacities, and so on. Top companies in this report. There you go. I just mentioned them in the headline. We've got the research provides a complete list of all major companies working in the global platinum target market. In addition, the latest expansion in the global market with financial status, company profile, business strategy, and policies mentioned in regards to the research. So it says study purposes to research and analyze the world platinum target market by size and countries, typical size, historical data, 2013 to 2018 forecast. Okay, again, it's a bit too kind of boring there going into it. It says the key methodology, obviously, and they go into in regards to cooperations, partnerships. This report finds additional transactions for key geographic segments in the global platinum target market, and provides details about current and previous stocks, ongoing trends, future challenges, and so on. North America, Europe, and Asia Pacific regions have been deeply studied to increase market penetration and ensure accurate analysis. Top manufacturers have been given importance importance to upgrade strategies and clarify their positions. Global platinum target market geography. Obviously, it's got the specific countries there. In the end, the report with the global feasibility, the report also presents a vulnerability and must be avoided by companies operating in the marketplace to enjoy sustainable growth. It's obviously been broken up, so the report is here. If you guys want to check it out. It's the slabclap.com, and then it's got /55250, and that's the platinum target. So they're doing a fair amount of research to try and basically increase platinum demand or target markets. So obviously they're looking at seeing how they can increase, and this is probably the manufacturers getting involved into this, and obviously there's a lot of companies there that have actually been mentioned. All trying to see where they can possibly increase demand for platinum. So it's very interesting in regards to, there's companies out there that want to make sure that there is going to be a heavy demand for platinum in the near future. Which again could spur on market demand equals higher prices. Sorry, just checking the chat here quick. Homebrew as well. Hey, Homebrew, how you doing? In full depth research mode on the peace dollar. Wow, okay. I think we both need a stiff drink, silver lining. Not much slow day at work, apparently. He said he's just chilling at the minute. Donald says seems to be 2 dates when minting, December 28 and 29. Okay, so that's obviously in regards to his peace dollar. And then we've got Palladium here primed for record highs as oversupply batters platinum. So this is Reuters. This is Peter Hobson. It says Palladium is expecting to widen its lead over sister metal platinum to a whopping $1,619 an ounce on average this year, and $590 an ounce in 2020. There's some nice slabs of palladium there, which looks pretty cool. There's the weight. Is that 2,830? 2,830. What's that? That's just under 3. What's that? 3 kilos. Jeez. Anyway, let's get into it. So ingots of 397% pure palladium are stored at a plant owned by the someplace in Russia, by the looks of it, one of the biggest manufacturers of non-ferrous metals in Krasnoyarsk in. Sorry about that. The alarm was going off. In Russia. That's April 9th, 2019. Once by far the more expensive of the two metals, both primarily used in vehicle exhaust to reduce harmful emissions, platinum's market value has halved since 2011. It has faced weakening demand and oversupply, while an acute deficit has more than tripled the cost of platinum since 2016. The poll of 24 analysts and traders showed they have become significantly more bullish on palladium and more bearish on platinum since the similar survey 3 months ago. The median forecast for platinum was for prices to average at 848 this year, to the lowest annual since 2004, and 905 in 2020. Palladium's median forecast will be averaging at $1,467 this year and $1,500 in 2020. And it says the platinum graphic there in case you want to have a look at it. It says palladium has been shining star of the precious metal suite. We expect palladium to continue to outperform. Roughly 10 million ounces a year of year palladium market will have a deficit of 1.8 million ounces in 2019 and 1.9 million ounces next year. Wow, so there's currently a deficit for palladium production. That compares to 200,000 ounces surplus in roughly 8 million ounces a year for platinum. So there's obviously a significant amount of surplus versus a deficit in regards to palladium. However, I did an article recently, so guys, don't be despondent about that. I did do an article. They said more than likely, as more and more manufacturers will be eating into the surplus for platinum, that will be reduced. So again, this is probably just, the guys probably haven't looked at that. Homebrew says he's doing well. You're vibrating. Yeah. Silver Steeler says it went $100 down a couple of days ago, below gold now. It actually went down, well, since it's high, it's gone down $200. Palladium's going down. I'm very happy about that, says Spectacular. Says, yeah, just over 1 million minted and not released to the public till January 3rd, 1922. Wow. Looks like Spectacular there's talking about, there's the peace dollars there, or something to do in regards to coinage. Steeler, I like the design better than the Morgan. Only dollar I like is early bust. I do like the cap bust designs. Was it? I think it's the cap bust with the heraldic eagle on the front of those dollars. Very nice indeed. Right, that's okay. We've obviously discussed that. Platinum market will rise to 300,000 ounces next year, so there's going to be still going to be a surplus in regards to platinum, but again, I don't think it's going to be as high as that. With vehicle sales slowing, tighter emission standards are helping demand. These rules are aiding palladium more. However, because the metal is preferred to gasoline engines, whose market share has grown since the diesel emission scandal in 2015. Meanwhile, predictions that automakers will begin to switch to platinum to save money show little signs of coming true. So that's what I was saying there earlier in regards to switching to platinum. But again, if you think about it, if the manufacturers are having an issue selling more cars, then they're going to have to. They will look at cheaper metals to use. I mean, the writing's on the wall as far as I'm concerned, guys. I don't know about yourselves, but I mean, if you can make the same product for cheaper, which one are you going to use? Are you going to still go, nah, it's all right, I think we'll stick with palladium, even though our car sales are dwindling, but we'll still add to the price. Whereas they can cut that down by quite a lot of money. If they could make $600 extra on each car they made, I can tell you what, the guys, the pencil pushers and the accountants sitting behind the scene, what do you think they're going to do? I know which, if I was one of those guys, I know which one I'd be saying. I'd be saying go for platinum. Significant supply growth in palladium is not expected to materialize until 2023 to 24. Jody, just in regards to your question there, sorry guys, the screen again there. The palladium and platinum tend to be used in the catalytic converters or the diesel emission systems. That's all I know. I don't really know too much in regards to the weight. I'm doing a series on it. Donald starts in September. That's Silver Steeler. American's forgotten dollar is now how I call it. Awesome. Let's have a look. Elevated investors' interests make the market susceptible to profit taking by dips. Are likely to be viewed as buying opportunities. She said. She forecasts a deficit of 770 ounces for palladium market. Wow, so that's gonna obviously it'll drop down slightly, and a surplus of 422 ounces of platinum in 2020. Speculative activity in Palladium has remained relatively muted, suggesting industrial demand is behind much of the price rally. That contrasts with platinum, where investors have piled into exchange-traded funds this year, swelling their holdings by some 600,000 ounces. That's quite a bit, around 30% of the highest on record. This inflow has helped lift prices some 8% this year to around 860 an ounce. But since it is unlikely to sustain without further gains, prices are likely to slip. Okay, so that's according to this one person, says prices could slip. Well, funny enough, I'm fairly bullish on platinum, and they're saying we are bearish on platinum. She said, in our opinion, the rally has been mainly driven by speculative activities, and we think that the weak supply and demand fundamentals will now prevail. Well, again, if I look at the chart though, guys, if they're saying it's really that bad in regards to platinum, well then perhaps maybe they can explain to me why the loss from the top here and the bottom was fairly muted. Sorry, over here. Wasn't as much of a drop as expected. If they were saying that more than likely it was going to be as bearish metal, we would have expected to see a lower platinum price. So again, just looking at the charts, maybe she might mean short-term wise, it could be bearish, but long-term wise, things might change. Who knows? But again, looking at the charts, it certainly doesn't look that way. So an interesting article there in regards to Palladium. Right, sorry, just going to check to make sure everyone... Does anyone think of platinum and palladium as money and investments? Do any governments buy platinum, palladium, or for reserves like they do gold? That is a very good question, Metal Bump. I will find out, actually, in regards to this holding. Because as far as I know, as far as we know, we only know that central banks buy gold. However, I will see if there's any information out there where they look at... if they're looking at platinum and other metals. Let's have a Silver Steel says, oh yes, I hope it gets approved. Not sure it has yet. Good question, Metal Bum. Absolutely, Jody, that is a very good question. But I still feel platinum should be higher than silver. Absolutely. Can that change in a decade? More than likely. We know nothing, says Jody. In case I've missed anything, just repost the comment there, guys. Okay, now we're going to move on to, let's see, this is by what's this, Kitco News, Sarah Abdu Shaban. This says July gold bullion sales at 12-year low as market rallies. So interesting, probably maybe from a physical perspective. We'll find out now. Yeah, there we go. This is from Kitco News. It says, although demand for physical gold and silver bullion pushed slightly higher this month, on analysts said that it is investment demand that is driving the market, not physical. Wow, okay. I think that would probably be understandable, considering otherwise there'd be a hell of a lot of physical out there currently. The latest data provided by the US Mint shows that a total of 5,500 ounces of gold in various denominations of American Eagles gold bullion coins were sold last month. This is the worst July performance in 12 years. In total, July sales went up 10% compared to the dismal June sales for the entire year. Gold bullion sales totaled 114,500 ounces, down 26% compared to 155,500 ounces sold during the first 7 months of 2019. Bart Melak says, head of commodity strategy at TG Securities, said that the physical sales numbers are not typically market drivers, and weaker physical demand should not be too much of a concern. Yeah, I guess in regards to our physical, like what we like, guys, in relation to paper, there's quite a significant difference. The investors will take obviously paper over physical because they can obviously trade in higher volumes and don't have to take possession of it. Whereas ourselves, we like to own our metals. Physical stocks are low. My dealer is getting slower and slower in meeting my orders. That's interesting, Jody. No one's sure. No one knows for sure. We can always make educated guesses. Steeler says, I meant the early 1921 Matt Bruce. That sounds interesting. Kitco says year's end 1,500 gold and $17 silver. I'd be okay with that. Yeah, I'd certainly agree with you on that one, Silver Steeler. Would like to feel it. I know we're not really that far from 17, and we still got what, half the year. Let's have a look here. Malek added that the market uncertainty is to continue to support investment demand and drive prices higher. He noted that in the US, President Donald Trump's recent announcements of additional tariffs being imposed on China's import, gold may have another rally on the way. This announcement raises the prospect of a significantly weaker US economy, market volatility for equities, probably a Federal Reserve will most likely have to continue on an easing cycle, Malik said. So obviously in regards to this fella, he thinks that they should continue with interest rate cuts. That is very good for gold, mainly because interest rates will drop and so will the US dollar. However, it was quite interesting, when we had that drop, yet the dollar strengthened, then precious metals went down. And maybe, I suppose, in the short term, maybe, or the long term, it's probably better. Physical silver demand was up last month, with the US Mint selling 1.24 million ounces, up almost 17% from the previous month. The rise in demand coincides with silver's July rally, in which the precious metal hit 1668. Now, again, this is another typical example of people getting in late. If you think about it, this is people finding out, hey, yeah, geez, the man on the street, like, oh man, did you hear about silver? Like, silver's rocking it, man. We got to get in. So, these are the fly boys coming in right at the end. I wouldn't say right at the end, but in regards to where it was sitting pretty high at 1668. They get into the market, they're like, sweet, I'm holding a nice stack of physical. And what happens? The Fed cuts the rate, and what happens? They end up with a $16 price for silver. And then what happens? They go, oh my, what just happened? I'm gonna have to get rid of it now. So what do? They go and sell their precious metal at $16, and they take a 68-cent hit. So again, just be smart with things like this. As much as we always do a consistent buying, and we do a dollar cost average, that sort of thing. I suppose is a good thing. So again, this is probably just, again, there would have been some existing owners of precious metals buying in, or just guys just seeing everyone else that, hey man, we need to get into silver. It's like, this is it. And they get in, they pay a high price, and then it takes a drop. Anyway, so the physical demand, I'm happy physical demand went up. So, for everybody else out there, it helped. Up almost 17% from the previous month. So far this year, the Mint has sold 11.3 million ounces of silver, up approximately 31% from 7.7 million ounces sold during the same time frame last year. So there is strong demand for physical silver, clearly. If it's, considering that it was 7.7 was only sold during the first 6 months of last year. Anyway, guys, sorry. Let's have a look. Metal bum. Gold at all-time highs ever in the UK. Yeah, well, I guess that's gold. That's dollar-pound appreciation, I suspect. Mine has taken 3 days now. It was the next 6 months ago. Wow, this is an interesting article on physical sales. I don't follow those stats. Coin Collector says, I believe. Major Bitcoin rally coming soon. I know we're going to talk about that in a sec, guys. Sorry, my thing keeps moving here. Hang on, I'm just going to do that and just adjust quickly. You guys can still see it okay? Right. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, so this is the Nasdaq.com article. Perfect environment seen keeping gold above $1,400 an ounce. So we're definitely going to take a look at that shortly. So here we go. This is by Peter Hobson. It says London. Okay, this is obviously the 1st of August. It says lower interest rates and resurgent investors and central banks buying are expected to help gold prices cement recent gains and hold above the $1,400 an ounce level next year. But silver is seen struggling to catch up. Reuters poll showed on Thursday fears about the health of the global economy have sent investors flooding to bullion, traditionally seen as a safe haven to hold in troubled times. While gold in June shot up above $1,400 an ounce for the first time since 2013, silver was slower to rise and achieved only 1 year highs around 1660 an ounce. Look, silver came up a long way. What this guy doesn't seem to understand is we were sitting at about a $14 silver. So within that time frame, yes, I mean, I was pretty happy with the gains that we had, and hopefully we're going to keep building up on that. So I mean, I wouldn't be too despondent about that, but considering that we were sitting at about $14 silver, and now we're up at $16, I think I think that needs to be respected. Gold is expected to retain its gains, but not rise much further. The poll of 33 analysts and traders showed they returned a median forecast for the price to average at 13.51 an ounce this year. Wow, jeez. Okay, so they're thinking that there's going to be a drop. Again, I don't know how. There is too much positive news on precious metals for any. I mean, I don't know what analysts they're talking about. Are these like YouTube channels or something that these guys have spoken to? But I don't see gold below $1,400. But look, okay, he did say price average. Apologies. So price average, fair enough. Okay, I'll move on from there. Let's have a look. Sorry, I'm just going to check everybody out. Gold versus Canadian dollar, also at all-time highs. There you go. Will Stalker, man, how you doing? Will Stalker's here. Sorry, I missed your message there. All about to take off to hell. I mean work. Cheers, Silver Stealer. Out of interest, do you watch the channel Crypto Daily? I watch Altcoin Daily. There's so many channels out there. See you, Donald. Cheers, Silver Stealer. Take care, buddy. You mean Altcoin Daily, I suspect. Yeah, might well be. You'll probably confirm that. Krispy Kreme's here as well. Hey guys, sorry I'm late, Limey. No problem, Graham Stacker. Glad you're here. Jody Rhodes says some more tweets from Trump to be over 1,600 easily. Where the hell have you been, Graham? You have one Facebook notification, but more important. I agree. Bitcoin's been holding and consolidating between 9.5 and 11k for a while. This reminds me of a 2017 bull run for BTC. I haven't left, Limey. Cool, Donald. Altcoin Daily is a good channel. Yes, I watch. But there is a channel called Crypto Daily, which is also good. Okay, I pretty much watch all of them depending on their articles that they have and if they interest me. So it could be that I do know them. There's just so many out there. Slaving away at work, apparently. Graham Stacker says. Gotta go. No problem. Cheers, Homebrew. Take care. Right. Okay. Let's get on with this now. The silver is unlikely to rally convincingly. The poll found. Okay, so it was a poll that I mean, honestly, why bother taking a poll? I mean, who did they? Never mind, guys. I'm gonna ignore this. It says forecasting averages between 1550 this year and 1685. And what did they poll, like the pro gold guys or the pro platinum guys? I mean, for all I know, they could have polled like some randoms in there as well, thinking like, what is silver? I don't know, $15. This is the perfect environment for gold, said Frank Schlahenberger at LBBW, pointing to the central banks buying gold and cutting interest rates, strong investment demand, and gold break through technical resistance to reach new highs. But silver, half of which is consumed by the industry, will struggle, he added, with global economic growth being not very positive. Industrial silver demand should slow down in the coming months. So again, he's saying should. So, silver demand at the minute is pretty high, but obviously he's just making an observation. He's saying it should. Doesn't necessarily mean it will. So just take note of that. It is the main reason why silver will continue to underperform gold. Well, again, I mean, jeepers, guys. I mean, can they just talk about silver in a positive way? I mean, silver has been outperforming gold recently for like a good number of weeks, yet they fail to even mention it. Right? I've had enough of that article. Sorry, guys. Stuff like that just irritates the crap out of me. It's all subbed. Sorry, haven't seen it yet. Wife signed for package. Cool. Will Stogie says, Salim, where is your drunk pirate vocabulary wife? We want to talk to it. Did you fix the electricity? She was not drunk, okay. But yeah, I don't know what happened. Must have been some static energy there. oddly enough, because it's not there anymore. Best channel is Metal Bum Daily. Nice one, Metal Bum. Graham Stacker having a good laugh. The entire financial world is biased against silver. I know it's terrible when you see. I was like, what are you guys talking about? It's like it's been outperforming gold like the last couple of weeks. I mean, can they not even mention that? And all they can talk about is, it's just been underperforming. It's not been underperforming. If you think about the longer scheme of things, how we've been sitting in a doldrums for like the last year or something, or 12 months, then all of a sudden this year alone we've started to see increases. I mean, can they not even talk about that? Jeez, sometimes there are a bunch of idiots out there. Coin Collector having a good laugh there. Coin Collector, that's when you buy when it's hated. That is so true. Right, let's have a look. We're going to get straight into Bitcoin. Okay, so let's just double check everything here. So silver still down 1621, gold at 1442, platinum at 845, palladium at 1407. Right, guys, this is something I finally decided to dabble in a little bit of Bitcoin today. I've been watching the charts and I haven't put my full commitment in, but I did decide to finally buy. So I'm happy about that. So I bought on this dip here, which was 10,400. However, we're under this support here. So again, I haven't committed my full amount. So again, it's I'm just keeping an eye on it. If I feel it's going to move up further, I'll probably consider doing a little bit more. But I'm still very cautious. I put money into altcoins currently. I haven't put money into Bitcoin mainly because of that. So I'm just being cautious, as everybody else should. And again, just make sure if you're doing investments, crypto is high risk stuff. You can pretty much, you can buy in at, let's say, 10,000. You go to bed, you wake up the next morning, and it's sitting at like 9.5 or 9 grand. So just make sure you know what you're getting into. Okay, so what we had this ascending wedge. What happened was we came close to the end here. We've broken down. There wasn't enough support to get us through to the next phase. So again, we've broken down and we've bounced off the 30-day moving average here, which is great. So we know that is keen support. And then we've moved back up into our 20-day moving average, which looks like it's acting as support currently. We also have fairly good support here. We've got buying zones here. There, and there, even though it isn't that strong, but also good buying demand there, some selling demand too. So I think we will keep an eye on it. We'll have to see the volume. The volume's not bad if we look at CoinMarketCap. Crypto is definitely a good hedge. It's like gold 2.0, but it's also super speculative. So don't invest 100%. That's Metal Bum. That's some wise words. Big losses, but more importantly, potential big gains. You're absolutely right about that. Will Storky says he got back in at 9.7. Good man. I tell you what, I wish I'd bought back at 9.7. Honestly, I was expecting a big fall coming, and then everything on the charts is pointing to bullish momentum, which is very puzzling. So let's have a look at it. I mean, we've had strong volume, guys, start to come in. When I mean strong volume, I'm talking volume from early 40s to now late 50s. So something is happening. We certainly need more volume to come up. We're also okay, it's dropped a couple of billion there, but that probably explains that little hiccup we had. Market cap's also up. So again, we've come from the abyss down to like, what was it, 247, 240, something like that. So we've had 40 billion being ejected into the market. So we're currently at 282 billion. Our Bitcoin dominance is sitting at 61.1. And I mean, this is amazing, guys, because I've got Ethereum, I've got Litecoin, I've got XRP, and now I've got a little bit of Bitcoin. And I'm just amazed that, if we looked at the last bull run that we had, or the last rally that we had, all these other coins went up in tandem with it, and so did Ethereum. So what it is it just seems like there's a lot of people buying into Bitcoin and not necessarily with these altcoins. Also, we have the Litecoin halving coming up in a few days' time. So it's one of the reasons why I bought Litecoin. Even though it's down at the minute, I bought slightly higher, so I've already taken a bit of a loss on that. However, I will not cash out. Its high was about 140 recently, and I'm sure it's going to go back up to those levels. So again, for me, that I am pretty convinced that that is going to happen. So hence why I've got a nice bag ready. Even though it's down 5% today, I'm a bit disappointed. Maybe I should have held out a bit longer. But again, I was looking at the charts. Everything sort of looked like it was testing. If you guys watched yesterday's video, sorry, that lighting here. Let me see. Just give me one sec. Damn, the lighting's really bad here. Sorry, guys. Just give me 1 minute. I'm seeing if I can. Damn. Okay, give me 1 sec, guys. Let me just flip this over to white. I'll flip it back. Nope. It's the brightness. Okay, well we're not gonna be on the screen very long, so let's go straight to the charts then. Bitcoin, right? Okay, so we've had a breakdown. Let's come with our Bitcoin wise. So let's look at the last low that we had. Okay, so there's our. Funny enough, this is our support level here, which is currently the 100-day moving, 50-day moving average, which is this line here. And funny enough, that is continual. So I'm not sure if that is going to play out, but what it does do is it fits nicely into this wedge that we've had over here. So we might continue up, bouncing around in this wedge conveniently enough. However, we've also got our currently support level of the 30-day moving average, and we've also got a 20-day moving average currently at the minute. So again, if that's where our support level is, we can start building up on that and slowly start increasing back up again. And hopefully get to this level here and break out higher. 10.8 is always a good number as far as I'm concerned. It also breaks through this resistance level. We've got heavy resistance if you look at the 1 day. Let's go back on the 1 day. Hope you guys can see the screen okay here. Jeepers. It's because I'm streaming so late. Right, okay, so let's look at where we are on the daily. So that was our massive peak. And obviously we're starting to see some momentum come back into the market. There's our 200-day moving average. We're still way over that. Guys are still predicting some sort of pullback at some point, and that's why I'm cautious. I still think there's got to be some kind of pullback. Again, they are saying it's going to be pretty heavy. So guys, if you're invested in this, just be careful. And of course, only invest what you're prepared to lose. I'm certainly not going to say Bitcoin's a loser of a token. I don't think that's the case at all. But short-term wise, just be careful. CoinClick says I bought Litecoin months ago when it was like £50. I know. I had some as well, and I got rid of some actually, and I swapped it out for something else. Will Stalker says score problems with Bitcoin is the exchanges lie with false trades. I think I heard that somewhere, Jody. That's very interesting. I don't know if that has something to do with BitMEX, but BitMEX are, I think they've been essentially closing. Will Stoker says Litecoin is destroying. I got in at 77. Good man. That's pretty awesome. I'm back. I got into Litecoin far higher, so essentially I haven't sold out. But then I bought back in, so I've got a nice dollar cost average. I'm buying back into Bitcoin 3 minutes after the US stroll out of regulations. That's Jody. Crypto is definitely a good hedge. It's like gold 2.0. That's the one we were up to. The pullback can't happen now until after it hits 12K. I know that seems to be where the momentum is headed. So if we look at our resistance levels, we're in pretty tough resistance here. We really got to get through this level. This 10.8 mark, we've got to push on through. And that's probably our next major resistance level. We got heavy selling here in this area. So again, it's strong selling here, strong selling there, strong selling there. So again, if we can just get above 10.8, we're still looking pretty precarious here. I mean, we've still got selling here and some selling there. But again, I think the momentum of the market currently is keeping it above water. So our next really, we're coming up to major critical resistance at about the 10.8 mark. I mean, we're moving into some buying zones here as well where we are. So again, 10.8 is the next big one. I don't know. What do you guys think? Don't go on a shopping spree with it, Jody. I'll let the wife know. There you go. So long as your wife's happy with it, hey, man, no problem at all. I would not like to be in Litecoin right now. Thanks, Sucker for Silver. I took a bit of a bath today, but it's going to come back, man. That's the reason why I bought into it, because I foresee that there could be a big gain ahead. So again, it's the, it's either going to be a low now and then wait till the halving. I just hope it doesn't go any lower. If it goes lower, man, I'm going to buy some more, and then it's going to go up. So one way or another, I'm in now anyway. So we'll see how we get on. I do agree with you there, sucker for silver, about the 12k. We won't see a pullback until 12k, but again, we might see it. Again, this market's so unpredictable, and the whales are the big problems. Did you guys see that huge transaction? It was something like, it was 0.8% of all Bitcoin. If you guys didn't hear about it, it was Bitcoin that had been transferred. It was valued at $1.3 billion. It was a $1.3 billion transaction. So if you can just think, if one guy drops that load, 1.3 billion on the market, there's going to be heavy selling if that happens. So yeah, just make sure you get in at the right time. So don't buy high and buy those dips. Why not, sucker? It's just barely down for the day. It was like 77 like 10 days ago while the rest dropped. That was me, guys, says Jody. Just short all his buys, you'll be rich. Right, so again, let's just take a look and see where we can see a possible breakout here. Right, let's go back to the hourly. So again, we could see another attempt at a higher high at some point today. We've just got to keep an eye on this. Hopefully the support level is going to maintain, and then we can bounce off it and sort of head higher and start seeing some little green and then pop on through. That's what I'm expecting it to do. We've sort of been creeping our way, which is, I don't feel comfortable with this. These little bumps and in the road. I prefer to see nice strong buying, like straight up like that, and then it just seems to be getting less and less. Look, we got a nice strong one here, a little smaller one there, and sort of mixed, and then of course we have the sell and the sideways movement here. So again, let's see if we can push on through to higher highs. Let's have a look. So, and then Litecoin is the one. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So it's taken another bit of a knock. Right. This will throw a spanner in the works. Bitcoin's market maturity speculated to be on the rise, as derivative data suggests. Okay, so we're starting to head lower here, but we are moving into buying territory at this level here. At least that's I mean, we're trading, like, seriously, we're like oversold currently at the minute, in my eyes. And it looks like we might be heading back to this sucker, this 200-day moving average. If you look at where it was currently used as pretty good support line. And yes, we went underneath it, but we were popped immediately straight back up and then straight up again. I'd say our bottom is about 75, 76. That appears to be the bottom for Litecoin. I don't see us going anywhere below that. Hopefully we can maintain this level here. If you have a look, we've been sort of maintaining it above it, slightly below it, back up again. Try to pressure to sell down, but it pulled back up, and then we're hovering straight over this 200-day moving average. Then strong buying again, and then we've had strong selling again. So again, I just want to see some more upward momentum. Hopefully this is good. I mean, this has eventually got to run out. Look, that's on the daily, so we'll check that out on the. Let's look at the hourly. What do you think of Litecoin, guys? Do you think Litecoin's got a future in this market? I mean, it is a Bitcoin fork. There's 100,000 there's 100,000 tokens, I believe. Let's have a look here. Just having a look at Litecoin. Circulating supply is 62,935,000 tokens. We're just going to take a look at the total supply. There we go. Max supply is 84 million. Are you guys bullish on it? I mean, what do you think? Let's have a look. Coin Collector says I am a firm Litecoin fan. Is anybody else? Okay, it went up slightly more, but to be fair, that's probably because it had dropped way more. Imagine gold holding of the old US oil money. Trump will help them. Just look at the Litecoin to Bitcoin chart. No, that's another thing I've been looking for. Actually, Jody, that is a good one. I've been looking at possible gains in Litecoin to get into Bitcoin. Sorry, that's not sucker for silver. Beg your pardon. Well, we actually will take a look at that. That is quite relevant. So let's have a look. So we got BTC, or the other way around. So we'll do LTC to Bitcoin. Right, there we go. So, geez, we're at 8,900. Well, it was seriously fractional, so we're down 573, which would have taken us into 573, would have been 900, 9,000. There we go. The open was 9,503. Check on these highs when Litecoin was flying, man. Litecoin was looking awesome. Pretty damn good. Let's go and check the chart out. LTC is the only alt I will hold, just not at the moment. And there you go. It's like, I mean, it was pretty awesome up here, man. Check this out. It was basically, let's see, we're gonna go back. Let's go back on the daily here. Wow, geez, check that out. 0.1 conversion ratio at its high. That's pretty cool, and that's just evaporated. However, I do foresee some sort of comeback here for Litecoin. It's also got a faster, it has got a degree of utility to it as well, Litecoin. Sorry, that Jody says, Donald, that's just a rumor. Zombies eat cryptos. Is that crypto zombie there, Donald? Problem with Litecoin is adoption worldwide. Too low, even though it's better than Bitcoin. Yeah, I know, it's mad. Well, I think at the height of, what was it, 2017, there was like ATM machines and all that kind of stuff, and all that stuff got withdrawn relatively quickly. So I do think they are working on that. It'll certainly help more if they had more usability. Hey, Clever Coin, man, how you doing? Sorry, I missed you there. Mr. Doughboy356. Hey, guys, how are you doing? It's great to see you. Off topic, Germania Berserk 2-ounce high relief is showing up on pre-sale. Wow. Who's that? That is Italian G. How much are we looking for that piece? How much is the, what's the charge? World's Talker says Italian. Where and how much? That's what everyone wants to know. Hey, Clever Coin, how you doing, buddy? Freddie Rhodes says, just look at yesterday's boost, and it was only tweets from Trump about China. 300, jeepers, $300. Man, that's high. Right, we're going to close that down. We don't need that anymore. Right. Okay, because we're under our 200-day moving average there on the hourly, I think we are going to see it come back shortly, probably on the next couple of candles, at least. There's got to be some sort of fight back for this. We'll see what happens. They're probably just looking for volume currently. Volume looks pretty low here for Litecoin. We'll have to check that out. Right, okay, that's the Litecoin. We're going to check 24-hour volume again. So 55.6 was the current volume. $55.6. Okay, it's still there. It's 66.1. I'm good, thanks. I'm good, thanks. Clever. Not too bad, mate. Um, it'll be on eBay in 4 months for 500. That'll be some price, man. The Mint of Poland high relief now started around $400. Wow, that's a whopper. NZ has a 2-ounce Donald Duck high relief silver for $170. I'm glad to hear it, Limey. I know, guys. Just a quick update. I've got to do that video. I've got a video there of the birthday gifts that I had for my wife. So the video is there with the mail course. I'm going to try and upload that over the weekend. So it might sound a bit like I'm going to say like, these were the pickups on the weekend. That was obviously last weekend. So just take notes of that, and then I'll include that. So you'll check that out either today, tomorrow, something like that. I'll obviously make sure that's loaded up. Anyway, just wanted to tell the gang. No, appreciate it. Thanks, Italian G. I need to check that out, man. I'd love to get something like that. Might need to, but I mean, $400, man. I'm also going to be submitting. I'm going to be submitting 3 coins for grading. I've decided there's 2 that are guaranteed. One is the Algaries, the 1-ounce Algaries I've got. I'm submitting that for grading. And I've got that Proof Germania. The Proof Germania, I'm going to submit that for grading. So there's definitely 2 there. I'm thinking of submitting one of the Germania BUs I've got. I'm still thinking about it. I saw them on, there's 2 on eBay currently going for, I don't know, was it $200 or something crazy? Hopefully if I can get an MS70 grade. I just need to have another look at the actual coin itself and decide from there. But that is my plan. Right, this is Bitcoin. Bitcoin's price maybe building up for a move back above 11K. Right, so this is posted today. It says Bitcoin's jumped 10,500 to 10,500 as expected, and looks set to test key resistance at 11,120 over the weekend. And with the daily chart indicating beginning to align in favor of the bulls, the outlook, as per the daily chart, could turn bullish if BTC prints a UTC close above the 11,120 on back of high volumes. Prices may pull back to key support at 10,318 and 10,172 first, as the hourly chart is reporting bearish divergence of key indicators. So that could also mean why we've had a bit of a pullback here. So again, we're going to probably see some momentum at some points. Weekends are always fun. I love the weekends when it comes to Bitcoin or crypto, at least in general. A lot of stuff happens over the weekends. Not necessarily good, but yeah, a lot of stuff tends to happen on the weekends. The top cryptocurrency market value is currently trading at 10,530 on Bitstamp, up 1.1% on the daily opening price of 10,417. Bitcoin's repeated rebound from sub-9.4 levels in 13 days to the July 29th likely to indicate seller exhaustion. That's interesting. So another strong sign of bearish exhaustion emerged in the form of a long-tailed doji candle on July 28th, as discussed earlier this week. Hence, BTC's $1,000 rise seen in the last 48 hours is hardly surprising. The bullish move could be extended further as short-duration technical studies are beginning to align in favor of the bulls. And there's obviously some fella's chart here. Wedge breakout, which we had already, back above the 50. There's our 50-day moving average. And that seems to be, that's gone. I'm not sure which chart. Let me just check. Oh, that's the 5-day moving average. I don't normally list all of them. But it's holding anyway on the 20-day moving average. And that is resistance level right there. That's 10.6. Just need to pop above 10.6 and you'll see further drive upward. Let's have a look. I'm glad to hear it, Limey, says Clevercoin. Anyway, just wanted to tell the gang I've looked all over. No one else has had it. That has to be graded to be an investment. Oh, yeah, for sure, man. Are you going to sell it if it comes back at 70, Limey? I ain't going to sell it. Graham Stacker, I'm keeping all my graded stuff now. But yeah, I won't be selling it. Woolstoker says, would be a mistake, Graham, if he had one of the first MS70 Algaries. He could sit on it and it will appreciate huge in a few years. The Germania is already $300. All right, everyone. I've had to get back to work. Hope you all have a great weekend. Cheers, Clevercoin. Thanks for dropping in, man. Awesome. It's really great for you to drop in. Thanks so much for doing that. Yeah, don't blame you at all, says Graham Stacker. But yeah, hopefully, man, I missed out on an opportunity yesterday. There was a Britannia PF69 2016 up, and man, I tried to get in there. I waited till like the last I think 15 seconds, and it was going dirt cheap. It finished on 56 £56, and there's ones going on eBay for 168. So unfortunately, someone bagged a real bargain. I tried to get it. I thought I'd go in initially with 45, but I missed it. I had like 5 seconds to go, so I was like 50, and obviously I got outbid anyway. So I was like, well, that's no problem. I'll go buy something else. There's plenty of other coins out there. I'm fishing around currently for an EMU MS70, whether that's a 2018 or a 2017, something like that. I'm looking at that. The mirrored trunk variety, I know World Stalker's got one of them. World Stalker says he'll sell you a PF69. It's probably the same price as a bullion piece, isn't that so? I don't think there's much appreciation on that. Oh, 1986. I don't know. No, thank you, but I appreciate that anyway. Thanks, buddy. Sorry, I digress a bit. The 14-day relative strength index has found to be acceptance above 50, a sign of bull market conditions. The move average convergence divergence histogram, an indicator is used to identify trend changes. I don't know. Okay, we're getting a bit too like with these anagramming words, MACD and divergence and all that kind of stuff. So Bitcoin could test the bearish lower high of 11,120 over the weekend. A high volume UTC close above that level could further confirm bullish revival and open doors to 13,000. The widely followed 50-day moving average is currently located at 10,570. May cap upside for the next few hours, though, as BTC is looking heavy on the intraday charts. There we go. So that's Bitcoin one to watch over the weekend, guys. Hopefully we'll see some interesting movement. Litecoin as well. Oh, okay, still pushing down. 12 minutes left on the candle. Let's see if there's going to be a reversal here, but 92 currently. There does appear to be some support there. So let's do what. Let's do a. There we go. That's our trend line. That's ascending supports, and we're going to do a resistance. There we go. That ought to give us an interesting perspective. So we'll see what happens in this wedge, whether we're going to break down from here or maybe try it out and start to punch up further and then punch through maybe. That'll be great if we can head back up to 98, 99, 100, something like that, and then break through to 105. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on this. It doesn't look great at the minute. It looks like we could be ready for another breakdown. So we just need to keep an eye on that. We'll know in 11 minutes which way the candle's going to move. Right, guys. I think that is pretty much it. Yeah, those are good for bullion only. That's World Stalker on American Silver Eagles. I bought a 69 Eagle in an NGC holder for $2 over spot last week. I'll buy those all day at that price, Slab. Graham, and that is my concern, Graham, is that if you can get a graded coin that costs, to get a coin graded, first of all, it's a minimum charge of $17 just to grade the coin. You've got a $10 handling fee, no matter what. So there's a $10 handling fee if you've got 10 coins, 5 coins, 20 coins. There's a $10 charge. So if you're sending in one coin, that's immediately $10. So that's $27 alone just for that. Then if you want to, then you got shipping, return shipping. That's $24 minimum. So why would anybody? Why would anyone want to go through all of that to only sell an American Silver Eagle for $2 above spot? I mean, you bagged a bargain as far as I'm concerned. But again, there's obviously a reason why that is, and just be careful of supply. There is hordes of the flipping American Silver Eagles out there, and don't get me wrong, I'm sure it looks fantastic. I must say, this PF69s look fantastic. and I'm sure there's loads of them out there. But hence why I want to try and move away from Maples and American Silver Eagles and Britannias. I want to just try and focus on investment coins to a degree, because and obviously just watch out for the supply. If there's too much supply, I'll stay away from it. But I mean, that's my thought. I mean, you bagged a bargain, man, and I'm happy for you. I really am. Yeah, I couldn't believe someone paid to have that BU graded. And then, I mean, there's another perfect example. You probably saw like he made all that effort, and then he's been trying to sell it. But unfortunately, there's just too much supply. There's too much supply, so he didn't realize that. Thinking it's like all these cowboys. If you go and look on eBay, there's like I don't know, 50 pages of American Silver Eagles, and like what is that one person? That one person that's selling the American Silver Eagle. What makes him different to all those other people? And unfortunately, when the guy was probably hard pressed, he had to eventually sell it. And of course, they only offered him what they were prepared to offer it for him. Something is only worth what someone's willing to pay for it. So even though he paid all that, I mean, maybe he didn't. He maybe got it from somebody, but someone paid that amount of money to get that coin graded, and then to only get it for $2 above spot. I think he did well there. Um, let's have a Perth Mint says. The Perth Mint messaged me and said they are continuing the kangaroos for a long time. Cooks and koalas too. By the way, guys, this is something I just found out today. The Germania series, the Germania coin. Do you guys know that they're changing the design next year? There is a vote going on the two designs that they want to do. Do you guys know of it? If you haven't, you have to check that out. We're going to take a look on their website now, but I came across it in LinkedIn. Let's have a look. Perth Mint messaged me and said they are continuing the kangaroo for the. So if you're collecting a new series, that is okay to start now. People grade way too much, says Italian G. Yep, I agree completely. Limey on did it because of the price. So I don't blame you again, Graham. You fantastic buy, man. I see my MS-70 kangaroo for $40, 2016, 2017, 2019 on eBay. Grading has become a revenue stream for grading agencies, most of no value now. Personally, I think grading coins, yes, it is a good idea on certain coins that are going to be investments. But I mean, for anyone grading regular bullion, I don't think it's worth it. I mean, you've got to try and see, limited issues, stuff like that, which I think would make a lot more sense to go and grade instead of just grading a Britannia just because it's in 2019. Yeah, you probably will get someone in to buy it, but then you might end up with a situation where there's too much supply, and then you're undercutting what you paid to get it graded. Doesn't make sense. Tanya G, there is still loads of value on its low miniatures. Plus, you don't get a 70. It's a bummer. Yeah, exactly. You're taking a chance. You really want to get that 70. Guys, I'm just going to take it to the Germania Mint because I want to see if this is the Germania. They're 2020 Germania coins. Apparently, they're going to be changing the design for the Germania. So they will be doing the Germania as a series. That is definitely confirmed. Okay, so let's go issue plan 2019. We can also see the Columbia on here. There's the Columbia and Germania. Okay, they haven't got it yet, guys. I came across this, and I'm telling you, I don't think we're going to find it, but I came across it. Germania 2020. There it is, guys. Check this out. This is it. Germania 2020 design choice. Where was this? This is the Silver Forum. Okay, there it is. Version 1 or version 2? That's right. It's not very good on this particular camera, but if anyone is a buyer of gold at 1450 right now, buy, sell, hold. It's a question there from DB Stupid. Hey, DB Stupid, how you doing? AppMax had AGE at $9.99 over spot this morning on eBay. Sold out fast. I'm not surprised. It's crazy, man. For eBay bucks, you can get it below spot. Always buy, hold when I wait for cheaper prices. I saw that last night, Limey. I like the version 2 personally. I voted for that one, actually. There's a vote for it. I think it's 46% in favor. There you go. I think that might help a bit. Let's see if we can try and bring this up. Just wait for that to come up here. There you go, guys. That's the 2020 Germania. Ah! People always hold out for the cheaper price and end up blowing their money at a bar or something instead. That's an interesting way to put it. I will do a small unboxing in a week, explain a bit of my throw process at the moment. It's always involving. Has anyone seen the gold Germania that CoinSense and Nonsense got? He bought a 1 ounce gold Germania. Man, if you guys haven't seen it, head over to his channel. I was very surprised to see it. They're only, I think they're limited to 100, and he's got one there. So definitely worth a look if you guys get a chance. I've got to end the stream now, guys. It's 9 o'clock in the evening for me, and I've got to feed my dogs. My poor dogs are probably starving. They should have been fed like an hour ago. But here we go. This is the last update here. 1621 for silver. We got gold currently at 1441, so that's slipped back $1. Platinum as well as 844. Palladium is 1406. So we might still see further decline there for Palladium. Bitcoin, we're seeing a bit of a green candle start to form now. There you go. 10476. And then we've got Litecoin 9320. We got 1 minute and 37 seconds here to see that candle go. We're definitely going to keep an eye on that one. I'll close that off. We don't need that right now. There's the coin market cap. So be careful out there if you guys are getting into crypto. Just make sure you do your research. I wish you all the best, and I certainly hope that whatever gains happen for you. So just keep your DB Stupid, thanks, buddy. Take care. 9 p.m. You poor guys. It's 4 a.m. here. Jeez, you're up early. World Stalker. Gramsteak says, see you, Limey. Say hi to the donkeys for me. Got to do a quick video on the Korean tiger tomorrow. Wow, that's cool, man. Did I presume? Did anyone help you out with your video there with the? I think it was the bar or something. Was it? I'm just trying to think. There was a video you posted there. You were looking for help. People always hold out for cheaper prices, but that's it, guys. That's. I'll see you. I'll see you all on the next one. The live stream will probably continue on Monday. We'll try and make it a bit earlier this time instead of being this late. My wife's still out with the horses, so I've got no pressure currently. But my poor dogs, I've got to cook their food for them now. Saying they're probably like really hungry. But guys, again, I'll see you. Thank you very much for joining me on this live stream. Graham Stecker, World Stalker, DB Stupid, Italian G. Just going through some of the names here. That looks like everybody so far. Wow, okay. You guys kept the chat going. For those listening as well, thank you for listening. It's always a pleasure having you here. Metal Bum as well. Metal Bum was in earlier. Thank you very much. And again, all my mods. Donald from New Mexico. Always appreciate you guys. And I'll see you all here next week, and I'll be uploading a video tomorrow. Take care, everybody, and I'll see you next time.